Well, hello my YouTube friend. Today it is my pleasure to make a video about a man, a company and a knife. Actually, it all started with a man and a knife because I just went back from the Paris blade show. It's called the Fix. There are two blade shows in Paris, the SICAC, which is the most known in September, and the Fix, who is now in June. It's the second session of this show. And during the Fix, it's more the artistic maker that comes here and present their artistic work. I would say in between, I'm mostly a tactical guy, but I love artistic features, I would say, in a knife, most definitely. Anthony Marfione was invited this year to come to this show. And I had no idea why. I tell you that much. I had no idea why he would be there. Because to me, Anthony Marfione that I knew was the guy who created Microtech, the guy who did some, some knives, but more related, I would say, to the true custom and automatic knives or whatever, you know what Microtech does, more than artistic. Man, was I wrong? Actually, I have this knife that just drove me crazy, but we're going to talk about it, of course. He came also with this, the collaboration with Derek Monroe, and he's got now in his shop a guy that is doing the engraving. And that was just a crazy story because that guy came to Tony just to try to sharpen his knives, for the company. And he didn't know how to sharpen the knife. but Tony asked him, what was, his background and everything. And he said he was doing some engravings. And they said, okay, bring me what you do, like the engravings that you do. And he brought that, and it was just a stellar job. So now this guy works for Tony, and he do all the engravings. So, yeah, that was a funny story. So he has those knives that he came with, those beautiful engravings, with those, he's using such a great material, the best meteorite in the world, the Monionia Lusta. I pronounced it well, the Monionia Lusta. I'm going to talk about this meteorite for another knife, actually. So, he has some real materials. I didn't know the guy, I didn't know the company. I owned some Microtech during my life, mostly automatic, but that was it, Tony created Microtech like 21, 22 years ago, and it became the company that we know, and this is mostly what we know. But then along the road, this is a true custom knife maker. He started as a custom knife maker, actually, and created this Microtech. But he stayed a true custom knife maker, sorry about that. And what a knife maker. Also, one word about the man. I don't know how he was. I don't know the history. One thing I can tell you. He is now one of the kindest men I have ever met. He was here with his family. He's got the same wife for years. He's got 3 children that one is working now with him at the company, very skilled, as he says. Another one not, and he was also with his daughter and his wife. A splendid family. The guy is, I met him in Miami like a month ago and now, man, I was floored with that family. Just fantastic human being. Just after the Blade show, he did a kind of gathering with some people at his house. Man, I'm sometimes known to be a good judge of character, and I can tell you that this guy is fantastic. So I felt for this knife. Let's go back now to the knife. I saw it the first day and I said, oh man, what? I didn't like the SOCOM, per se, but just the blade and just the action, made it. So the last day, the second day I came, and fortunately enough, this one was the last remaining, so I took it. I couldn't let it go. This one was just too much of a fantastic job. Even again, if to me, it was just like if I didn't know the man. But this made it for me. This was this blade. Now look at that. Let's talk about the knife now. Now that 5 minutes already left, passed to do some rants. This blade was fantastic. Look at that. That's a double hollow grind, a clip point with this almost, I would say, yeah, I would call it almost a loveless grind. It has some differences with the loveless grind, but mainly it looks like that. This double hollow grind is perfect. And this mirror polish, look at that. You see the reflection. I'm not doing some advertising, but on the lower bevel, look at the reflection of my phone with an apple. Now on the upper bevel, look at that. The same reflection. The mirror polish is just absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. And when I talked about him about that, because I was just amazed by the quality of that, he told me that like some years ago, yeah, at the beginning, you know, he went with Koji Hara. Koji Hara is the master's master when it comes to the mirror polish, and Marfione learned his skills with Koji Hara. So that speaks volumes about his master, I would say, and the man who taught him. Koji Hara taught him well, because to me, it's I own a knife from Koji Hara, and I can tell you that's the same quality. So that blade, just because of the grind and the perfect mirror polish, I cannot find. I had other mirror polish from the other makers, nothing compared to that thing. So this is two things that are absolutely remarkable with that grind. First of all, the grind itself, this double hollow, beautifully done, and this mirror polish. That and that alone is enough for me. Enough. Then after that, you have the freaking action. Now look at that. Here at the detent. Boom. Of course, as you can expect, is dead centered. Now look at that. I'm going to do it again. Look at the action. Boom. Hear that again. It fires open like nothing else. Now look at that. You hear the detent. Boom. It's sucked inside. It's a very strong detent. But yet, you know, you have here this depression. You can put your finger in and open it as smoothly as that. How crazy is that? Usually when you have an action like that, you can expect to have a crazy detent and be very hard, you know, to break. But not at all. Simple as that. That action, my friend, is probably among my favorites. I said that yesterday. You know, it's Sunday, kids are sleeping, and I'm doing this video because I was just amazed by that. And I had to do it. Now. So the action is just superb. And you have the double, what I love about that also, you have the double thumb stud that works also as external stop pin. This is a feature that I adore. They are placed just at the right place for you to get your thumb here. Sorry about that. It comes naturally. You have this contouring around here that gives you some grip. So that's why when you put your thumb like that, you can open it. You know, it gives you the grip that is needed to open the blade. And again, they work as stopping. You can also use this one because of the grip with the index. Sorry. Boom. This is just versatile, and of course you can, you know, do it whatever you want. This is just a fantastic knife to play with. I have played like up until I don't know when with this knife. Now let's go with that handle. That handle is a full titanium handle. Those micarta that you see here, those are just overlays. It's a full frame lock with a sub frame lock, sorry, but it's a full titanium piece here with micarta overlays. You can have different, you know, finish, but this one I absolutely adore because the canvas micarta is just fantastic, It's a flush, you know, it's very well inserted, except at some point here, I don't know, but it's done on purpose. But why? I don't know. Because of the contouring, I don't know, of the titanium here, so it's not as flush as the rest. But it's on purpose. Definitely, you can tell that this is done on purpose. So even the handle is beautiful. Look at this backspacer. Fantastic. This and the hardware. I mean, it's the regular hardware from Tony Marfione that we know of now, and I absolutely adore this hardware. So you know that Tony almost. I'm not going to enter, you know, the. you know, the history says to me that there were some fight against who invented, you know, the subframe lock. There was some history, you know, with the ZT claiming that they did it with the 777, and Tony did it with the oh man, the Matrix, something like that. But I don't want to enter that. I mean, those are just silly moves. It's just like people today claiming that they have a pattern for holes, the Spidey hole, for example, or for oh man, everything has been created before. Who did it first? Who cares? But he's now doing also the subframe lock. He's doing that for the very first early stages. To me, that's him that invented that. Simple as that, but that's my opinion. And he does that perfectly well. And I love subframe lock because you can, you know, it's interchangeable. And not only that, I mean, you can interchange also the steel insert that you have here. So steel insert, you can change. Lock, you can change if it wears in time. I told you about the action, the centering. Now look at this engagement. That's just what I like. Secured as hell, 50%. Boom, that's what you need. That won't go anywhere else. No, you see how, you know, no stiffness whatsoever. I mean, you just disengage it and it's smooth as hell. Now, I have at least less than 4 minutes. I want to talk also about the knife. We talked about the knife. And you know what? Oh, let's finish with the clip about the knife. For once, you know, usually that is the thing that I don't like with Marfione is the clip. Look at that. This one is a regular one. It could have been a little bit in the upper position here, but that's fine. You know, look at that with this nice hardware. To be honest with you, I like the clip. For once, I like the clip. I wish there was not all this, you know, this novel here written. Just the logo would suffice, but it is how it is. And for once, I like the clip. So this is the SOCOM Bravo. Before ending, speaking about that, look at the packaging now. Look at that. This is something I want to discuss. I bought the knife. Of course, it's a show, so probably I got things that others wouldn't if they, you know, take the knives in from the factory. But this is what I got there. Look at that, this tool. So this is, I don't know, I couldn't tell if you get this, if you buy it from the factory or whatever. But this is, well, what you're gonna get. This beautiful box here, you know, with the magnet here. Okay, this certificate of authenticity, it's metal. Like that. How beautiful is that? Look at that. Just fantastic. This is, I mean, the packaging from Antoni is just absolutely insane. This is, again, probably even too much. Look at that. This would suffice. I remember I had a kind of an automatic, and it came also years ago with all that stuff. And the cost was nothing, you know, of the knife. Not expensive or nothing. And you have this beautiful packaging. And you know that you can take that off. You know, it's scratch, and you can scratch it inside, and you do whatever, you put it whatever way you want to put it, okay? So this packaging is just beyond awesome. And even it gave me that for the display of a knife, so I can put the knife like that. And that's what I'm going to do, because actually this is, oh, sorry about that. This is very decorative. You know, you put that, and that blade is very decorative. So, my friend, I had to do this video almost in emergency, because it has been a while, really a while, since I haven't been as floored with a knife, even with a company, and most importantly with a man and his family. And I can't wait to meet Mr. Tony Marfione at the next show, because again, this is now, I can tell, a great man that does absolutely great things. And with that being said, my friend, it was an absolute pleasure to do this video. After this show, I'm gonna wake up the kids and pass this beautiful Sunday with them, and catch you very soon for another video. Bye bye, my friends. It was, as always, a pleasure.